Hey, this is spoonitnow. I've got your what you give him his entire range here, and then uh, your hand and the board on the turn, and we're going to break down exactly what we think his range is on the turn. A few things we need to do first. Okay, we don't think he's going to lead the turn with second pair. You said, hold on, let me move this down here so I can see the board. That was gay. PokerStove does this sometimes when I'm moving stuff around. Okay, so we want to get rid of some stuff. Let me move my windows around. Okay, so first of all, we don't think he's going to be playing this with or playing like this with just his random second pair hands. Um, let's see, could be playing this way with his two pairs. You said you don't think he's doing this with like Queen Jack or Queen 10, but he definitely could be. So we're going to leave those in his range. Let's see, 7-6. He could be doing this with a straight draw. Maybe not 10s and jacks. Probably not. Definitely be doing this with his queens. Let's see, straights. Maybe sometimes with like a second pair hand. We'll just unselect 10-9 suited for the sake of discussion. We'll just say he never has 7-6 suited or 7-6, which he will sometimes, but we'll just say he doesn't. Okay, that leaves what probably looks like a pretty pessimistic looking range, which we're pretty far behind. So, we need to do a few things first. And what we need to do is start discounting some of his range. Now we've got rid of the hands we don't think he leads the turn with. We need to get rid of the hands that he probably doesn't play this way on the flop. So we have like what we really think his range is. I'm going to show you how to do that. First, I said that I don't think he ever has queens. You see that'll like raise a microscopic amount because it was only one combination. But now we got to look at the other sets, say nines. You unselect nines, reselect it. You'll see here on the side it says selected and then 9-9. I don't know why it did it in this dull ass font. You can't see shit. But anyway, there are only 3 combinations of nines he can have. Here there are 6 combinations because it's including the 9 of clubs, which is out on the flop. So we can just go ahead and unselect those. It doesn't really change anything. This number here that changes isn't the real percentage. It's just done based on knowing no other cards like are on the board or in your hand or whatever. But whenever you actually do the equity calculation, it takes all the card removal into account. So just sort of ignore this percentage for a minute. So you can't have any of these combinations with a 9 of clubs in it anyway. Okay, that leaves 3 combinations, and we said we'll only say he plays his sets like this a third of the time, so we'll unselect 2 others. That leaves 1/3 of the time, since he can only have 3 combinations. Okay, so now we'll do the same with 8s. It's the 8 of hearts now, so we unselect the 8 of hearts, since he couldn't have those anyway. And then we're just going to unselect 2 of the 3 remaining, to represent that he's only playing the flop like that a third of the time. Okay. That brought us up a little bit. Okay, now let's take a look at the 2 pairs. 2 pairs are a little more tricky. We may not be able to do exactly a third of the time with some of the 2 pairs. So let's see. The Queen 9, there are going to be 6 ways he can have Queen 9. Okay. and there's going to be 6 ways he can have 9-8. So let's just remove from the offsuit, since it'll be easier. Let's see. The first card is the large card. So if you have like Queen 9, this one means the Queen of Diamonds, the 9 of Clubs, and then like this one means the Queen of Clubs, 9 of Diamonds. You just keep it in order of the way the hand's presented here in this little box. Okay, so he can't have the Queen of Clubs, so we can take out all those because we have the Queen of Clubs in our hand. He can't have the Queen of Diamonds, so we can take out all these. Okay, because the Queen of Diamonds is on the flop. He can't have the 9 of Clubs because the 9 of Clubs is on the flop. Okay, that leaves 4 offsuit combinations. Okay, if we think about the Queen 9 suited combinations he has, okay, there's only going to be 2. He can have Queen 9 suited in either hearts or spades. He can't have diamonds or clubs because there's, you know, the Queen of Clubs, Queen of Diamonds are out. Okay, so that leaves 6 total. We're going to say he's only going to play that way on the flop. We can just unselect the 4 offsuit combinations, which actually has the effect of completely removing Queen 9 offsuit. And that'll do the same thing as saying he only plays Queen 9 offsuit and Queen 9 suited a third of the time like that. Okay, so let's go to 9-8. We have sort of a similar situation. Sort of. If you look at 9-8, the difference is, okay, let me pick out the combinations. Can't have the 9 of Clubs or the 8 of Hearts. So this way. Okay, now we have 7 different offsuit combinations he could have. And then there would be 2 possible suited combinations he could have. He could have 9-8 of spades or of diamonds because the 9 of Clubs and 8 of Hearts are on the flop. Okay, so that's going to leave 9 total, 7 offsuit and 2 suited. Okay, so we want to remove 2/3 of that, which means we need to remove 6. So we'll remove just 6 combinations, and that'll be it. Now we hit search or evaluate, and that brings us up to being down 33%. Okay. That doesn't tell the whole story just yet. Against the range that you think he has, we are 2-1 behind. Now, if his bet was all in, well, I can talk about this on the in the thing. Let me go ahead and stop this and get it on YouTube.